Are you tired of being weighed down? Have you fallen asleep on your health? This is your wake up call with my dad, Keith, my husband, Kyle, and me, Ashley.
Good morning, everyone. It is day 81, and this is your wake up call. Kyle here this morning, and we got Keith and Ashley, as usual, and it is Thursday, which means it is time for Thursday Truth. So, given that it's Thursday, time for Thursday Truth, what is the truth this morning?
Well, my truth is last week I spent most of my energy focusing on my strength training. And so last Friday, I think it was, I went down to the gym and I got a little leg work in to the point where I barely made it back to the car. My legs were just scorched. And so I literally had to go outside the workout room there and sit down on a bench and try to compose myself because I was so messed up, and it didn't take a whole lot. But I got to the point where I couldn't hardly walk. And so anyway, I got back to the house and my soreness set in pretty quick. It usually takes about 30 hours for if you're going to have any soreness for it to peak. It's usually about 30 hours. Now you'll get some soreness, but like I say, at its worst, it's usually about 30 hours. Well, within about 6 hours of going down there Friday night, I was messed up. I mean, I was really sore. So anyway, moral of the story and the truth of the week is I've got to be careful. Not knowing what my capacity for the training is.
Right.
It's going to take me a while to adjust, and I don't know what pace or rate that I'm going to be able to train, but I was able to do upper body stuff 2-3 times last week.
Okay.
And I'm not doing near the workload, nothing like I used to do, but I just got to find out where that place is where I can get rolling.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my truth.
It's just part of the process.
Correct.
All right, Kyle, you ready?
Yeah. My truth is this week that I haven't lost a thing. I'm hanging in there. I don't really. I probably had too much processed grain this weekend. I had some pasta, whole grain pasta, and that may be it. I don't know. I haven't been eating like a madman or anything. It just like I said, I don't know. It's a little discouraging. I'm honestly this morning I'm just really discouraged. So,
Well, you got to take weeks like this and apply what you've learned and move forward. So.
Well, and I just don't know if I don't know what exactly is the reason. Some of it may be of just retaining water.
Well, we got to work on upping the exercise too.
Yeah. Well, I know. I don't know. Just a little discouraged. So, that's the reality. I mean, this is Thursday Truth. So, That's my truth this morning. Is I'm hanging in at the same. I'm not below that 370 mark yet, which is what I wanted to be before we went into camp next week, and just not there. So probably should have fasted one day this week, and I didn't. I haven't had, I didn't get any exercise in this week, which I probably should have between. Well, with everything we've had going on, I don't know. My brain's, that's all I can say. It's just been a little discouraging. I know, so, I know it's my choices that I've made more than likely. It just kept me from doing it. And I'm glad that it's, on a way in. It's always funny watching the scale because it teeters and totters, and sometimes it's up, sometimes it's. I haven't had any day offs. It's like either been the same as it was before or just a little bit more, but it kind of teeters back and forth. And of course, the time of day makes a big difference to that too. So, like, if you weigh in at the end of the day, you're going to weigh more. I've been weighing in the mornings, tracking. I don't know. We'll see what happens after this next week when we go off to camp and we're out in the sun all week and walking everywhere all week and kind of restricting. We'll have a limited diet because then we'll, So, there's my Thursday truth. I'm right where I was at. So, all right, Ashley.
Well, I wasn't expecting this week to be too great either, but actually ended up getting a pretty good weigh in. I weighed in at 283.4, so I'm 3.6 pounds lighter than I was last week.
Good job.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I probably could have gone further if I'd fasted longer, but I just didn't want to. I just didn't feel like it. I've also kind of had a rough week mentally for whatever reason. Monday and Tuesday, I didn't exercise at all. My diet was fine, but I didn't want to go, and I didn't. And so I dragged myself out yesterday morning. Excuse me. And went for my walk, and it was a little bit on the slower side, but I walked my 3.4 miles, and I felt better after that, and I had a more productive day yesterday too because of it. So, I was talking on this podcast just a few days ago about letting your bad moments go and letting them just be moments, and letting your good moments build. And that's really what I've had to do this week. Monday and Tuesday sucked, and it's hard to retrain your brain when you've been doing something your whole life. I have not been getting up and walking 3 miles most days. Excuse me. Most days my whole life, that's not been something I do. I've not been one to go exercise, and I've not been one to always restrict what I'm eating and all this. So it's hard to, it's hard to always find the motivation because it's not always going to be there. You just got to go do it, whether you feel like it or not, whether your brain is giving you good reasons or not, because sometimes your brain's not going to let you reason with it,
Yeah.
And that's still a lesson I'm learning. I mean, we're 81 days in, and I still have to fight with myself 75% of the time to get outside and move. Some days it's easier, some days it's not. The food part for me is easier than the getting out part. And it, usually is. It's usually pretty easy for me to find a food plan and stick to it after a while. And it's always harder for me to find an exercise plan.
Yeah.
So, but, that's my Thursday truth is sometimes you just got to get out there, and yeah, my Monday and Tuesday sucked, but I'm going to leave that where it is, and I'm going to do better the rest of the week because I'm able to do it, and I should do it. So, there you go.
All right. Well, guys, that's been Thursday Truth. Thank you guys for listening so much. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Instagram and Facebook at Our Heavy House. You can find all of our posts and stuff there. If you're listening on iTunes, you can go ahead and subscribe there. And also on Facebook, do us a favor, go ahead and hit subscribe. Go over to our page, hit the bell icon so that you get up-to-date notices on
YouTube.
On YouTube, that's what I said.
I thought you said Facebook.
Oh, no. On YouTube. If I did say Facebook, I'm sorry. But yeah, on YouTube, go on over, hit the subscribe button, and then actually hit that notification bell so that you can get up-to-date notices on when we post. Hey, thanks so much for listening this morning, and have a great day, and go out and kill it, guys.